Hey guys, this is Justin, aka Fast Snow. We're coming at you live in a way. So we're gonna try something new today. I'm gonna do a soccer segment. I'll be doing it once a week after the weekend games. I believe they go Thursday through Sunday. So basically, we're gonna be for this segment we're gonna be going over the Liga MX Clausura. We got 18 beautiful teams competing. It goes from León, Chivas, America, Tigres, Monterey, all that good stuff. So basically, we're going to be giving you our Week 1 predictions and our season predictions. Keep note, the season starts on Friday. Here next to me, introduce yourself.
It's Ulysses. Just excited to be here, honestly, give my input on sports. You know, this is a good way to give you my knowledge and my perspective of the certain teams that are playing. Like he said, you know, we got 18 beautiful teams, you know, and I'm excited for what this season brings.
Yeah, so basically we'll be giving you some of our opinions. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Feel free to click subscribe. Feel free to watch me gaming. I play a lot of Call of Duty. Some futuristic things would be talking about the NFL, Major League Baseball, and NBA. We'll probably be doing an NFL playoff prediction segment as well, and we'll probably start talking about the NBA. I know the season started, but we got a long way to go, basically.
Yeah,
right?
82 games, man. 82 games.
Hell yeah. But anyway, we want to come at you with this first, since the season starts on Friday.
Yeah.
Trying to beat the clock.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get started. Ulysses, if you don't mind grabbing the whiteboard.
All right.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna go first. All the scores in red are my predictions. Then we got Ulysses with the blue marker predictions. He's gonna go over his. I'm gonna go over mine. Kind of give you a little idea. So we got first up León versus Tigres. So I got them tying. You're talking about two high-scoring offenses. Crazy. You got the last year's all-time goal scorer with 13 goals. You got Gignac with the Tigres, and then you got León. Unfortunately, the champions, but congratulations, León. So I got them with the high-scoring game and tying at 3-3. It's gonna be a pretty good start if you don't, if you ask me, man. So then we got Chivas and Puebla. I also got them tying. I got them going 2-2. Puebla might not be that up there, but to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the goalkeeping situation at Chivas. So you got Jose Antonio Rodriguez and the youngster. What's his name? The youngster. He's played for the Mexican national team. His name's not coming to mind. But to be honest, there's too much to me static between both of them. They can't even decide. I know last year they were switching off from goalkeeper, so they have that situation. Their defense, I think, still needs a little bit of work. But I know their offense will definitely score 2 goals. Antuna, he's going to keep at it. Macias is back from his injury. He looked pretty good against León, so I'm excited about that. Next up, we got Necaxa versus Mazatlan. I got them tying 0-0. I know you might be wondering what's with all these draws, but watch. It's going to happen, unfortunately. So you got Necaxa and Mazatlan, two teams. Well, Mazatlan definitely finished below Necaxa, but you got two teams that do not score a lot of goals. So they actually, let's see, they actually did not have too many goals for, but definitely a lot of goals against. Necaxa with 20 goals against, and Mazatlan with 31 goals against. Yeah. So there could be a possibility of goals, but in my opinion, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. Yeah. We got Toluca versus Gereto. I got them tying 2-2. You got two teams that are they're trying to pick up what they used to have, and for sure Querétaro they I don't know what happened to them last season, but they lost a lot. So I got them tying 2-2. It's going to be a pretty good game to watch, but I wouldn't look for an easy dub, at least in my opinion. You got Pachuca versus Juarez. So I got Pachuca rolling the dice with Juarez, 3-1, possibly 3-0 game, to be honest. But I'm hoping Juarez can at least put up a good fight. We got Tijuana versus Pumas, tying at 1-1. So basically, I in my opinion, Pumas is devastated from the previous cup. I honestly think Tijuana is going to put up a good fight. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but you'll have 2 goals for sure. Then you got Atlas versus Monterey. Monterey is going to wipe the floor with Atlas. Atlas has a lot of work to do. It's not a long season, and from what I've seen, they haven't made any any transfers of any sort. So it's going to be a shutout, 3-0. Then you got America versus Atlético San Luis. America, man, their team, Henry Martin, Giovanni Dos Santos, the youngsters, man. And I think Memo Ochoa might not have it anymore, but their defense is still stacked. It's going to be a pretty good game. America they're going to shut them out, but I think it's 2-0. Could be more. And to finish it off, Santos versus Cruz Azul. I got Cruz Azul 2-1. Not much to say about this one other than the fact that Cruz Azul, they finished very strong, and I think they're going to keep it up. They're going to be a top of the table team. So that's it for me for week 1. Let's have Ulysses give his predictions and do it. Okay. Do what he has to say.
So for me, I chose León and Tigres. I had them going 3-0. Specifically, Tigres winning with 3 goals. Just because given the facts from like last year's games, they're not really as productive as most teams would are. Like if they get that momentum, they somehow find a way not to stay with that momentum, if that makes sense. Like if on the counterattacks, they're just not getting any goals in. Their defense is just, misreading plays. So yeah, I have them honestly Tigres winning them with 3-0.
And I understand that León coming off a strong victory, they could end up falling flat. I like that.
I have Guadalajara and Puebla. I have Puebla scoring at least 1 goal against Chivas. Like Justin said, the goalkeeping situation they have, and certain things that are going on. Chemistry-wise, you bring in new players with some veterans, and it's just that chemistry may or may not be there, but. Time will tell with this week 1, so maybe we can see that going on. Good teamwork, good chemistry, good passes. For Necaxa, I have them going 1-0. Honestly, just because, as he was saying, they're right below the table, but they're still a team that can perform well, against certain teams. Their defense can play good. They're just a certain hit or miss team. But their players they're really well. Maybe there's just bad coaching or just no good chemistry. But at some point, they will find that click, that they need.
For you want me to hold it for you?
No, it's up to you, man.
Yeah, you can be comfortable.
I have for Toluca and Querétaro, I have Toluca going 2-0. Just because of the fact that their coaching is really well. I'm glad that their coaching is really well because they're starting young players that need that good coach, and they're striking. Some of their strikers are really good. I know that some of them don't get recognition, but they're really talented. They're a good talented team. Defense not really there, but at least they'll hold off Querétaro. I mean, only the season will tell. Like you said, there's a long way. Pachuca versus Juarez, I got them tying just because, they're both kind of like iffy about it. Their defenses aren't just playing well and their offense is struggling a lot. Certain players are getting injured, and that's just not what anybody wants on their team, but that's just how it is in their both team situations. Tijuana versus Pumas. I have Pumas winning 2-1 just because, if they're really well, if they're on the same page offensively, they will score. And if Tijuana has no way to defend that, then it's game over. It may be an upset. They may score more, but if Tijuana finds a way before halftime to, stop them, they will definitely contain them to 2 goals.
I agree. I like your prediction. Like I said, I'm kind of seeing that
like 1-1,
that fight from Tijuana. But we'll
definitely see a good matchup there.
Pumas is definitely the pick of the day.
Yeah.
The pick of the day.
For Atlas and Monterey, I have Monterey winning 2-0. Again, a lot of young players on a lot of new teams, but there's still some players that are going to be exceptionally well, especially if their strikers can just find a way to, outperform Atlas defense. Again, Atlas defense may or may not be well. I haven't seen their recent roster, but given from previous games from last year,
given they lost 4 out of the last 5. Man.
Yeah, that's just that explains a lot too. But maybe there may be a new situation, coming up this year and some good rest, and training, I guess, America versus San Luis. I have America winning 2-1. Just because, if any of you have seen any of America games last year, you know that the manager is just struggles to put in late subs, I guess, to give him that push. And if he doesn't put in those subs when he needs to, it's just, it's game over. Like you saw the game, maybe for them was against, I think, Chivas when, he decided to put on all the good subs at the end, and look how that worked out for him. So that's going to be a good struggle for them. But, like Justin said, they're young players, Henry Martin, Giovanni Dos Santos, it's just all those great, good players. So we'll see. Definitely some highly, expectations from each player, but I think they'll find a way to, show their talents if the coach can utilize them well. I have Cruz Azul versus Santos.
Sorry.
I think just 1-1. Honestly, a tie. I know Justin has them 2-1, but Cruz Azul is just a well team. Well coached and everything. It's just against a team like Santos. Santos might find a way to surprise them, and if they do, and they play both well defense after halftime or before the half, it's just going to be a well-battled game.
So that sums up our Week 1 predictions. Now let's go on to the season predictions. We're going to tell you kind of our top 8, top 12 of how the leaderboard is going to end up at the end of the year. Some of them might be pretty obvious, but you might be surprised with what we think. My underdog, Gereto, man. I'm tending to believe that they're so they lost 4 of the last 5. They drew they drew a draw at the last game. As you can see, my daughter at the back. But they definitely got a draw at the end. Yeah. But I don't know. I can't. I'm a believer in Querétaro. I think they're gonna put up a pretty good fight this season. Yeah. To at least make it to the playoffs. But yeah, let's introduce our season prediction. All right, guys. Ulysses, mind grabbing it? Go. Let's go. Season predictions. I'm going to start off with the most exciting thing, our goal scorer. I don't know if you knew, 13 goals, Gignac, 13 goals, Jonathan Rodriguez from Cruz Azul. It was good. It was good, but guess what? This time, Gignac is going to take it all the way. He's not going to tie it. He's going to get the most goals, and this time I'm thinking he's going to win it with 12. I honestly don't think Jonathan Rodriguez will match 12. I think he might go somewhere around 9 goals, but we'll definitely see. But that's my opinion. Yeah. Sounds like Ulysses is aiming that way.
Yeah, definitely.
We got our assist leader,
Atuna.
Uriel Antuna from the Chivas. Let's go.
Yeah.
So Antuna, as most of you all know, his speed is crazy. I watched a lot of Chivas games last season, and it was incredible. This guy, he'd basically get the ball all the time. Every ball that gets passed around Chivas, it goes through him. Is from what I saw.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I believe he was number 5.
Yeah.
On the assist tablet for last season. So this time, I think he's gonna be number 1.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
All right. Anyway, let me give you my season predictions for playoffs, and then bottom of bracket. Well, bottom of table.
Yeah.
Not that important, but just so you guys can see. So we got so this is my opinion. So I got Monterrey actually at number 1. I know last year was León. I know they won it all, but I think León will slightly underperform, and Monterrey will take it all. They're gonna step it up. Basically, what I'm saying is León and Monterrey, they're gonna switch sides because Monterrey finished number 5 from last season. Then I got Pachuca, America. Then I got Cruz Azul and León. Those are my top 5, starting off with week 1. Basically, my top 5. As we work our way down, we got Tigres, Chivas. Chivas, to me, is going to be one of those teams where they could be at the bottom. They could be number 12. Or they could surprise us all and be at number 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's going to be more of a team chemistry. It looks like they got the right coach. Ever since Almeida, they didn't look right, but I think the new coach is he's doing a phenomenon job. He took Chivas to the semis, which was pretty amazing. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be pretty good for them, but Chivas to me is one of those teams where it always goes up and down, lets down the fans, all that good stuff. Then we go to the two teams you probably didn't think I'd have up here, but I got Gereto and Puebla. So I actually think, like I told you, Querétaro is going to be our underdog of the season.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Then we got Toluca, Pumas, and Tijuana. So Pumas, you guys probably hate me for this, but I got them at 11. I got them tying a lot, to be honest, in this season. Yeah. Which is going to keep them at the bottom of the table. But when time comes for the playoffs, I think it could. I think Pumas can definitely make it to like semis, finals, possibly. Yeah. We got Mazatlán, Necaxa, Santos, Juarez at the bottom, and then we got Atlas and San Luis at the very bottom. So hopefully I'm wrong when it comes to the bottom. No one ever wants to be at the bottom. Yeah. Everyone knows why. Kind of like, I don't know, a little shameful. Yeah. We're going to let Ulysses share his prediction. I'm not going to lie. I like him. I like his predictions. Hopefully he can convince you too. Let me hold it. So, I mean, thank you, Justin.
No problem. I agree with you. I mean, maybe there's some things we may disagree on later with this segment, but I got Tigres going to number 1. I know some of you may be like, why Tigres? Like Justin said, I mean, they may be an upset team, but they're an exceptional well team, and like Justin said, we have our goal scorer being Gignac, so he's definitely going to be a huge asset to that team. And if he steps it up, that whole team will, knowing that they have him playing. And if he can stay healthy, then that's another reason why they may be number 1. I have America, like I said before, a really young team. But if that coach can put in the good subs before he realizes that they're in the deep end, then they will pull some upsets. They will show some people why they, are up there. Cruz Azul, I got them going at number 3. They're a really exceptional well team. Last year they had some good games. Some losses that shouldn't have been. It should have been wins instead, but there's games that they won't have control over, and the defense is just tired if the games are going for really long periods of time. Monterey, I got them at going at 4.
Shameful.
I know he's
number 1.
But honestly, I just think I got them going at number 4. Like I said, for these 3 teams, if they can step it up, Monterey is, gonna be right before. But they'll probably be higher. Don't get me wrong, but I just think these 3 teams are gonna pull off the upsets. I got Atlas going in number 5.
Whoa, wait.
I know.
Don't just wait. Atlas, who finished number 16 in the table last season.
Hey, I know they finished 6. Hey, I know they didn't finish 16, but
that's not an underdog, man.
I just think that that's gonna be a team that's gonna pull a lot of people's opinions. Hey man, they're an underdog team. Don't get me wrong, but I just think that they're gonna pull off a lot of games that people are gonna doubt against them. I know you're saying I'm crazy, but whatever. I got Chivas going at number 6. I know he's thinking, that's probably where he is.
I'm at number 7.
But like we mentioned before, and I'll say it again, that goalie, man. I mean, if he can't stop the goals in crucial moments when it's a win kind of a game, and he can't stop the goals, that's just going to lead to a bunch of losses, and that's not a good thing,
Yeah, unfortunately, their defense has been
exactly, and their defense is just not really consistent. They can have one great, amazing game and then get pretty much bullied around the next.
Yeah,
I got Santos at 7. Again, there's some teams here that I think that are going to make it, some teams that won't. But again, they're a really good team. We'll just see how they go along, given the season. Pumas at 8, kind of not near Justin's, but it's kind of just right there.
Yeah, so slightly underperforming compared to last year.
But
I'm glad we both agree on that.
Definitely. I mean, they underperformed, but maybe again like this year, it might be like, all right, man, you know what? We weren't well last year, but we have to, improve. And that's pretty much everybody's goal, man. They want to make it. They want to make it, And like Justin said, being at the bottom, it's just not really. It's pretty shameful, It's like really all this hard work that we went through as a team, and we couldn't pull it off. I have Leon going at 9. I know Justin's thinking like, what the hell? For me, they're 5, and I have them at 9. Again, I mean, like Justin was saying, they're really well last year. I just think some teams, maybe it might not be Leon, but with some teams, they do good one year and then they do really bad the next year. It's kind of like a roller coaster for a lot of teams in any sport. Honestly, there's like some people call it a curse. People just say it's chemistry wise with firing coaches, getting new young players. And it just depends, with this season, because we never know what's going to happen.
I get it, but I still disagree. I think you have them a little too low. You still got a very good young team.
Yeah,
a lot of key players. Angelmena being one of them. But
I got Necaxa going at 10. Maybe some people are thinking they're going to lose most of their games, but
no, they finished strong.
They could definitely finish if they start strong in the beginning. Kind of, have that consistency. Again, consistency is key for a lot of these teams because a lot of teams don't have that consistency, especially in the end when it comes to holding that score and holding that win. I have Luca at 11. Again, me and Justin kind of have the same. He has 10. I have 11. I have Tijuana at 12. They'll make it the cut. I know it's like right there. Maybe they could be higher for a lot of other people. But me and Justin, we both, like he said, we're just going to have them at 12 just because of the fact that, most of the other teams that we have aren't really going to perform that well given the amount of points they scored and the amount of goals they made last year. And for the ending, I have Puebla, Pachuca, and Mazatlan. Just because the fact that, they didn't really do well closing out any of their games last year. They pretty much got a bunch of losses and, maybe they will get some wins, but not enough wins, to be honest. That's anybody who plays these last 3 teams is going to most likely get a win.
I get it. The only thing I'd like to point out is Puebla, they finished strong. They did win 4 of their last 5. But,
yeah.
I get it for sure. The Atlas, man, I don't know. you guys, you guys can drop a comment and let us know because this guy is smoking something. I'm just kidding. I like it. I like our predictions. This is our first time doing this. I think we mentioned that at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
It's our first time doing this. We're happy about it. We're hoping we can give you some knowledge, and we're hoping, like, I don't know, that you like what we're saying.
Yeah.
We're trying to help you guys out for any sports bettors. That,
yeah.
Me being one of them. For anyone that's interested in getting into the Liga MX.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to follow
a certain sport,
an entire season of
sports in general.
Of sports in general. It's not easy.
Yeah.
We're hoping as the weeks go by, we give you more extensive knowledge.
Yeah.
We're hoping we give you accurate answers.
Yeah.
Feel free to drop a comment. We'll do our best to respond.
Yeah.
But we also want to show you guys how much we know our stuff. So
yeah, that's for sure.
You got two brains. Two minds think better than one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't agree on everything, but we'll see how the season goes.
Yeah.
These are season predictions. We already presented our week 1 predictions.
Yeah.
We're very happy to be sharing this with you guys. Please subscribe. Like I said, we'll be doing this weekly. We'll be dropping our top 10.
Yeah.
Maybe top 12, considering we're talking about playoffs. Maybe just top 5 to make it fast, easy, understandable. But the only thing I hate about top 5 is that it's obvious.
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah.
You always got Tigres, León. You got América and Cruz Azul and Monterey.
Yeah.
Like, to me, those are top 5 already, and I
Yeah.
just told you just like that, and you understand why. I hope.
Yeah.
This guy has Atlas in the top 5, but
hey man, just watch. You guys watch. Honestly, in that 5, if they're not top 5, well, oh well, I was wrong, but
you get slapped in the face. But seriously, we want to give you guys some fun. We'll be doing this for other leagues. The Premier League, we'll be doing it for La Liga España.
With time.
Right now they're half season, so it's kind of pointless. But we'll be doing the NFL playoff predictions.
Especially with NBA.
We're going to be doing NBA and then Major League Baseball once we hear that comes back.
Yeah.
We love sports. This pandemic has hurt us quite a bit.
And we grew up with it pretty much.
We typically go to a lot of games, including some of these.
Yeah.
Down in Mexico, we travel quite a bit, so we take advantage and go see a Chivas game, America game every now and then.
But hopefully we'll go to Vegas next year, watch the Cowboys get tossed around by the Raiders.
Plans to be scheduled, but we'll see. Hopefully everyone is safe due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys liked everything you heard. Let us know how we can get better. We'll obviously
definitely give that. Yeah, we'll definitely give that a consideration. Again, we just want to expand. Like you said, we just started.
It's our first video.
So any criticism is really well for us. We can take that into notes, and we'll just be like, all right, now we can just think of so and so. We'll start doing this better.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm Justin,
I'm
a.k.a. Fast Snow.
I'm Ulises.
We got Ulysses here.
We'll figure out a nickname for you later.
Just a quick FYI as well. We'll probably have other guests as well who know about this sport and about the other sports when we do those segments. But we're really excited about this. Thank you guys so much for everything.